Hi, I'm Dr. Cameron Keeney with the Center for Sleep Apnea and TMJ. I'd like to talk a little bit about diagnosing sleep apnea. So to get a diagnosis of sleep apnea, there has to be some type of valid test read by a board-certified sleep physician. The gold standard for testing is in-lab testing, where you go to a center or a facility where you spend the night. They hook you up with different leads to measure brain waves and to measure how hard, how much you're trying to breathe, abdominal breathing versus chest breathing. They hook up stuff for oxygen and stuff on your legs, and they hook up all these different things to be able to know how you're breathing, what stages of sleep you're in, if you're on your side, stomach, or back. And by the end of that night, they'll know, do you have sleep apnea and how bad is it? They do a really nice job at most places. It's not going to be the most fun thing you've ever done in your life, but it's only one night. And then at the end of that night, we'll know, okay, is there a problem and what needs to be done if there is a problem? Based on that problem, you may need to have some type of treatment, potentially a CPAP. If your sleep apnea is more severe, they'll probably suggest the CPAP. If it's more in the mild to moderate range, they may still suggest a CPAP, or they may suggest an oral appliance, or potentially even a surgery. Another way of diagnosing sleep apnea would be through a home sleep test. It's kind of the same idea, except for instead of going to a center or facility, you do it at your own home, in your own bed. The test is not as sophisticated. It doesn't have all the leads. We can't tell brain waves, so we don't know what level of sleep you're in, but it can still be used as a diagnosing tool. The problem with a home sleep test is that it cannot rule out sleep apnea, so it can only rule it in. In other words, if you have sleep apnea and it shows up on the home sleep test, that can be used for diagnosis. If, however, you don't have sleep apnea that shows up on the home sleep test, that doesn't necessarily mean you don't have it. It means potentially that the home testing unit was just not sensitive enough to pick it up. And so potentially if you were at a lab sleep test, for instance, you might actually end up having that sleep apnea. So the only way to rule out sleep apnea is with an in-lab test. If you'd like more information on this, please visit our website, sleepidaho.com, or call us at 208-376-3600.